Welcome everyone to game 14 of the inaugural Hoosier State Instigators season. We've got our final home game of the season coming up here shortly. Clarksville Phoenix come into town to take on the Hoosier State Instigators. We're really looking forward to this game, and we've got a big promo going on. We'll definitely be mentioning it throughout the broadcast. We're doing a Dream Maker event. One lucky fan will have the opportunity to go home with $10,000. You're going to have 24 seconds to hit quite a few shots, layup, a free throw, a three-pointer, and a half-court shot. But tip is scheduled for 1 o'clock. That's Eastern time, so just under 15 minutes from now. I am Jake Schoen. I'll be joined with Jay Spacely as well for commentary throughout this broadcast. We get a glimpse here of the Instigators taking their warm-up shots there. We see Lawan hits a three. He's been hitting a bunch of threes in the past few games, leading in scoring with 31 points last week, and the week prior he had 40 points. That's the Instigators' single game record for points. So he's definitely a guy to keep an eye on today. That's number 13. He has been putting up a bunch of points. See all the guys taking some shots. Dylan back in action this week. We were without Dylan last week. He was battling an illness, but all good to see him back on the court here today. And again, give a shout out to our guy manning the camera, Ronan. He's going to be updating us on the scores as well throughout the broadcast. So when we get timeouts and stuff, he'll be putting those in the comments, and we'll also try to broadcast those on the stream here as well to keep you guys updated throughout the whole entire stream on the point totals. And this matchup is number 14 on the inaugural season for the Instigators. They have 16 scheduled games, so there's only a couple more games after this one. We're going to be looking at playoff seeding pretty shortly as far as the season goes. Only this game and then 2 road games before we get ourselves into the playoff race here. But this game will be important in that playoff race as far as seeding goes. So definitely a lot on the table today here for the Instigators as well as the Phoenix. In this past week, we had a couple of guys on our Player of the Week votes. Chuck Bloom, he's actually the leader of that vote. He had a double-double this past week. Hopefully that is something he can keep up in this matchup against the Clarksville Phoenix. 21 points and 15 rebounds, I do believe, in the matchup against the Ohio Kings. The Kings, again, are still undefeated on the season. I believe that was their 11th win. They're the only team that was able to take down the Lions so far throughout the game, throughout the season so far. It looks like we might have a little bit of technical difficulties with the camera. We're going to get that fixed, hopefully, before we get to the game here. In the meantime, we will run the promo for this matchup to give you guys a little bit of an insight for this matchup between the Phoenix and the Instigators. And as you saw there in that matchup preview, we're looking at a pretty closely contested matchup between these two teams. Both are averaging right around that 120 for points per game and points allowed per game. So it's going to be a really tight matchup here between the two teams. Phoenix have a little bit of a better record. However, the Instigators have been on a pretty good streak, even though they had the loss last week. Since interim coach Corey Kern has taken over, he has led the Instigators to a 3-3 record. That's definitely an improvement on the season. Now sitting at 5-8, the Instigators still have a chance to finish out the season with at least a 500 record if they're able to pull off victories in their final three games. Um, but a big turnaround there. The games have been very competitive. The matchup last week was a lot closer than our first matchup against the Kings. And we've had a couple of wins on the court, as well as one game that was awarded as a forfeit. And we mentioned there's a big promo we're doing this week for all the fans in attendance. We were doing additional entries if you bought the tickets online. At the door, they'll get an entry too. But there's a $10,000 Dream Maker contest we are doing, and they'll have 24 seconds to make a layup, a free throw, a three-pointer, and a half-court shot. If somebody's able to do that in 24 seconds, they will walk away with $10,000 today. So that's a big promotion that we've got going on today. We're really excited for that, and hopefully somebody can wind up walking away with a big chunk of change today. And we actually had our point guard, JoJo Hart. He did that in practice. We put that up on our YouTube as well as our social media. And again, we'll do just another quick video here as we get our cameras fixed on the venue to give you guys another look at that $10,000 promo.
One half court shot. 10,000.
Again, we'll be doing that contest here today at the Clinton CRC. We're really looking forward to that. That's a really big thing that we're looking forward to here. Somebody has an amazing opportunity to hopefully walk away with that $10,000. Again, thank you everybody for joining us on this broadcast. For those of you who are just joining, we're working on some technical difficulties currently with our camera on site, but we're hoping to get that settled before we get here into the matchup today.
Absolutely, Jake. I am now back in studio as well. So I am, for those watching at home, I am Jay. I will be co-hosting alongside my guy Jake, who has been carrying the boatload of the boatload, I should say, of this pregame show. How you doing today, Jake?
I'm doing good. I'm really looking forward to the matchup and the $10,000 promo.
Absolutely, man. I am so excited, dude. I could not sleep last night. I just hope somebody hits this freaking this promotion, man. That would be so insane. Oh man. Um let's get back into the talk. I heard you talking a little bit about seeding. That's my main focal point for today. Is if we could come out with a win against Clarksville, it doesn't necessarily bump us up against them in our standings. However, it makes for a very exciting next 2 weeks, as we have two more games that will potentially do just that. We are focused on at this moment today. We are going up against Clarksville Phoenix, I believe. Based on the information provided to me, they are 4-3. And it looks as if this game has kicked off, and the crowd gets loud off of that dunk. Okay, so currently, I do believe the scoreboard reads around Instigators up by a bit with Clarksville. I'm not sure as if they've scored yet to begin this game. We will pan over to the scoreboard as soon as possible. However, that is a rebound by your Instigators as they head up court. And yes, it looks as if, yes, I have been made aware. Everybody is made aware. It is currently 8-0 here as the Hoosier State Instigators get off to a fast start against the Phoenix. Phoenix off on that shot as well. And that one rebounded down low by Clarksville, and they put it up, and that's their first bucket of the game here, making it 8-2. A difference that you see from this lineup from last week is that Dylan Ware is back in attendance. However, the big man, AD, is out of attendance for today's game due to the fact that he is hosting an overseas combine near the area. However, he would not be able to make the travel for today's game, which could be seen as an unfortunate event. However, what I believe it does is gives the Instigators one more opportunity to solidify their small man, their guard lineups, and really dig deep here for the rebound today. As you see, the Instigators come back down with another one. And no, I am being made aware. That looks as if that may be Alex Brown there for the Hoosier State Instigators as well. Scratch everything that was said right there as the Hoosier State Instigators come down. They have Dylan Ware with the ball in his hands into the paint for a jumper off the mark, however, and the Clarksville Phoenix will come back up the court. Clarksville having an issue getting the ball into the bucket here early, leading to a lot of rebound opportunities for the Hoosier State Instigators, as that one's put up, and the crowd gets loud as that one goes.
Yeah, again, we are broadcasting remotely, both Jay and I. So we're getting the information passed along throughout the game. I was also informed that AB would not be playing, but it looks like he is on the court here.
You will not hear no complaint from me about that, Jake. I
Yeah.
you know Hey, I love when I see our big guy out on the court with us, man. Alex Brown has been such a key factor for the Hoosier State Instigators this inaugural season, and I don't see that changing today by any means. As he's already raking in some rebounds here early for the Instigators, getting the ball dished around and leading to some baskets for the Instigators. However, again, as Jake has made clear, we are both remote commentating, so we do try to give you guys as much play-by-play as we are able to do so. However, when there are certain glitches on either end, we will try to let you guys know as well, so that we can keep the pace of play-by-play going for you guys as the Instigators head up the court again with the ball in their hands here. And that will be our guy, Swish, coming through with a big three for the Hoosier State Instigators.
Again, we apologize for any buffering and lagging with the video. We're still working on getting that completely situated, but we'll continue to provide you guys commentary here as much as possible, as well as the play-by-play.
And
It does look like there might be a stoppage here for a timeout.
with that being said, we will be right back with your play-by-play after a quick message, and we'll be right back into the action live here at the Clinton CRC.
And we get back to action here. We got a score update for everyone. Instigators at 18, Phoenix at 10. And we have 6 minutes, 11 seconds here remaining in the first quarter. And it looks like the Clarksville Phoenix are lined up for a free throw here. But we see the Instigators drive down court, put a shot up. That looks like it's off the glass as the Phoenix come down with that. And they start driving down themselves, put a shot up. And they drain a deep three. A couple of passes there for the Instigators. It's like a lot of back and forth action there. Another shot put up by the Instigators. As we work through our technical difficulties again, we're going to continue to provide as much of a play-by-play as possible and continue to give updates on the score. Yeah, and we want to thank everybody here watching, as well as everybody that was able to make it out to the venue in person. This is the final home game of the season for the Hoosier State Instigators at the Clinton CRC. We're really thankful of that opportunity. It looks like We may have lost the camera again. We are still working on getting that fixed. And again, we'll be providing you as much updates as possible with the score and play-by-play action here. For the moment, I think we're going to take a brief pause and do a commercial break here as we try to get that situated. Again for everyone joining the broadcast here today. We're still working on getting some of our camera issues handled on site. I am Jake Schoen. I'll be joined by Jay Spacely. We'll be providing you as much updates as possible with the game and play-by-play commentary.
Absolutely, yeah. Today, let's get into what we've seen so far. It feels as if it's a little bit more of a comfortable game for the Instigators right now. Um, Seems as if we are able to do what we've been planning to do throughout the year, which is snag those boards and turn them into transition plays. And right now, that's been working out pretty effectively for the Instigators. And I, personally, my favorite thing that I've seen so far is just the fight for the rebounds at the moment, um, limiting the Phoenix from being able to get those second chance opportunities to try to flip this score around. I think that's going to be a key factor for the Instigators in this first half in order to come through um, with a sizable lead to head into the second half, I should say. So right now, off of the final score update that we've had at the moment, it was right around 18-10. We will give you an official update on that for all the fans watching home as soon as we are made aware. However, again, as Jake said, we do want to apologize for the tech on site at the CRC. So on the fly at the moment, which is why we are unable to broadcast this game at this current moment. We are planning to do a full live broadcast of the remainder of this game, especially the halftime event, the Dreammaker contest hosted by the Hoosier State Instigators and the Apex Athletic Collective, where one fan will get the chance to win $10,000 from the Instigators today if they are able to hit a free throw, a layup, a three-pointer, and half-court shot within 24 seconds. So I'm just excited again to see that as well, and I really hope a fan comes home with that cash today. That would be amazing.
Yeah, and we had the distinction in there that our players, any ABA player, is not eligible for that contest. We saw exactly why JoJo was able to hit that in practice. So
Yeah,
it's
twice.
possible. Yeah, no, it's definitely
Twice.
possible. So maybe
Man,
we'll have a fan hit that today.
who knows? And I'm just gonna put it out there. We may be scouting for our second season right here, starting today at this halftime event. If that fan can drain it, I mean, hey, I think we got some talk. We got some talks to do behind the in the locker room with that one fan, lucky fan, because I mean, we could use another contestant winner. I guess you can't label JoJo Hart that specifically. I'm gonna give him the credit. He don't get the check, but I'm giving him the credit. He did it twice. Maybe once we kind of like, it's JoJo. We expect that. He did it twice. So if we can get a fan from the stands to come off right off the hardwood onto the hardwood of the court, And they could drain that shot. Why not? Why not offer them a at least a lifetime season package? I'm calling that live. Get a lifetime season pass or something. That'd be amazing. Okay, as we see, we are back in action here, folks. As the Phoenix are right back at the line, they will cash in on that free throw opportunity. The score here has changed a bit as we see the Instigators have 32 on the board. It is 30, and the Instant will go back up the court with the ball in their hands now. As you see, Aubrey Patterson has made his way on court. Dylan Ware, Dylan playing a bit of point guard today as he dishes that over to. No, I do believe that is Chance Fry, actually. Chance Fry goes for the three there, and that one off the mark. Love to see Chance getting his minutes here throughout the season as well, as he has been another pivotal player for the Instigators throughout the inaugural season, always having a level head and making his way into the practices and just being a workhorse. As AB gets that ball to Jesse Sawyer, Jesse goes off the mark with that three, and the Phoenix have the rebound. They're going to court trying to get this lead back from the Instigators. They will go up and be
And it looks like the Phoenix will have an opportunity here for an and one free throw. Score now 32-29. Phoenix are definitely finding a way to fight back in this matchup here.
fouled on the, with just about a minute.
And Instigators come down with that rebound there. They start driving down court. That goes out of bounds though, and they'll have an inbounds here on the sideline. Pass into Jesse Sawyer. Dishes it out to Dylan. Another pass out to Aubrey. That pass though goes out of bounds, and it'll be Phoenix ball. Phoenix looking to get a shot set up. They put up a three. That contested and off the mark as the Instigators come out with the rebound. Chance Fry puts up a three. That one's just off the mark. Again, Phoenix put up a three. That one's no good. And Instigators again with the rebound. That ball gets stolen. And the Phoenix look to make a quick transition, and they do. They get a layup there, cut in to the score for the Instigators there. Down low, Chuck Bloom puts up the layup. It looks like that will be the end of the first quarter here. We'll take a quick commercial break, and we'll be right back for your live game here between the Phoenix and Instigators.
We've got a closer one than expected with the start of this quarter. However, the Instigators hold a 3-point lead against the Clarksville Phoenix. The Phoenix, they had a strong running last year in the ABA playoffs, getting a late start to their regular season right now. However, they are right back in this one here against the Instigators as they claw their way back just to be down by 3 to start the second quarter. It looks as if the Phoenix will have the ball to inbound this to start this quarter. No, however, I am corrected as soon as I get that sentence out of my mouth. As Chuck Bloom heads over to the sideline, he will be the one to inbound the ball for the Hoosier State Instigators. as soon as this whistle blows. Um, Again, we want to say thank you to all of our partners and sponsors for making this inaugural season possible, especially the SDMC Indiana and the Adventure Beer Company, who has closed their doors to be in attendance for today's game at the CRC. As that ball is rebounded right back into the hands of Swish. Swish goes to AB. AB gets the bucket up and in. And that'll increase the lead for the Instigators momentarily as the Phoenix come right back down the court with a three of their own now. Chance Fry over to LaJuan Whitney. LaJuan Whitney down low, stolen by the Clarksville Phoenix. Clarksville. That ball will get tossed around a bit. Seems as if it hit the baseline out of bounds on the Instigators as the Phoenix will have the ball to inbound below the basket. They try to drive into the paint. They reset. They go back out into the perimeter. They do drive this time. That ball goes off the mark as Alex Brown comes down with the rebound. LaJuan Whitney goes up the court. He finds Jesse Sawyer. Jesse pumps. He drives in. Off the mark, though. Rebounded by Chuck Bloom. Chuck Bloom puts that basket up, and that ball rolls off the mark. Stolen by Jesse Sawyer. Jesse to the three. Off the mark. And rebounded by the Phoenix as they drive up the court. No whistle called there. And the Phoenix put up a three. Put up a jumper, that is, at least. And that one cashes in. Now the Instigators look to answer back. Almost stolen again by the Phoenix. Chuck Bloom drives down low. Nobody there for the rebound except for a Phoenix player as Alex Brown gets boxed out. And the Phoenix, they play behind the perimeter. Yet again, they go for a three. Try to draw the contact. Don't get it, but get the second chance opportunity down low. And they are in the lead, I do believe, as they've taken the lead from the Hoosier State Instigators. That's Mike Pugh down low. And he will drive to the basket. No, correction, that is Jesse Sawyer driving to the basket for the Hoosier State Instigators. Looking to claw back and get right back in this one here in the second quarter for the Instigators. And that one will go up and in. First opportunity good on this free throw possession for Jesse Sawyer. Count them both as they both go up and in. And a whistle does stop the action. However, we are right back in this one here as that ball is inbounded by the Phoenix. Clarksville, they head up the court. And a wide open three for Phoenix leads to a bucket. And the Instigators have to claw back and go back up the court here as they will get, as the Phoenix get a bit handsy there. A whistle will be called as Jesse Sawyer goes to drive in. That will be a team foul on the Clarksville Phoenix. Jesse Sawyer being subbed out for number 11, Joe Bird. For your Hoosier State Instigators as Chuck Bloom inbounds that ball. He finds Dylan Ware. Dylan goes right back out to LaJuan. LaJuan tries to get it across the court off the hands. No, they will signal that one out on Chuck Bloom as the Clarksville Phoenix will have possession now. Clarksville. That ball stolen by Dylan Ware. And Dylan He'll drive up, but that ball off the mark. AB will get the rebound. He'll go for a couple opportunities. That goes off the mark. And Dylan Ware would come down with the rebound, but the ball will travel out of bounds ultimately on the Clarksville Phoenix. Chuck Bloom inbounds that ball. He finds Swish. Swish goes over to Dylan Ware. Dylan Ware down into the paint to Joe Bird. Joe Bird draws the contact, and he will head to the line for two here. Joe Bird. 1-for-1 out of these free throw opportunities. He'll get another one right here. Count them both. As that one goes in as well, Clarksville will have the ball now to inbound as they go up the court. Alex Brown trying to get up and trying to contest that shot, but no good as the Phoenix put that basket up and in. They'll get the jumper. And Dylan Ware. Right back to Lawan. Lawan off the mark on that one as the Phoenix will come down with that three. Score currently reading 44-40 as the Instigators are trailing by 4. They get the rebound and they go up the court. Dylan Ware. Chuck Bloom. He'll draw the contact and get the bucket as he'll head to the line for an and one opportunity. Chuck Bloom, good for that one as well. Chuck Bloom currently leading the Player of the Week poll, voted on by you, the fans. And that bucket will go up and in for the Phoenix. Just under 8 minutes remaining here in the second quarter. As the Instigators currently down by a slim margin, looking to change that here. They will get the basket over to AB, but that flies off his hands, goes to Chuck Bloom, but the ball will be stolen by the Phoenix, and that layup will go up and in. As Joe Bird, he has up the court trying to make a quick transition play. He gets around his guy. He finds his guy, Chuck Bloom. Chuck Bloom getting shifty with it. He finds his guy, Joe Bird, down low with no foul called. And the Phoenix go right back up the court. And a foul called on the Clarksville Phoenix will be a charging foul, and the Instigators will get possession right back with 7:13 remaining here in the second quarter. And a media timeout will be signaled again with 7:13 remaining here in the second quarter. We will be right back after a quick media break for your play-by-play live from the Clinton CRC. Live again here from the CRC, the Clarksville Phoenix holding a 5-point lead against the Hoosier State Instigators. However, the Instigators will have possession off of this inbound, off of a charging foul from the Clarksville Phoenix. So the Instigators looking to call back here as they had the lead to head into the second quarter. Clarksville goes on a quick run to get that lead from the Instigators. Now the Instigators looking to do just the same as they have the ball here down low. They find AB, foul called. And that will send Alex Brown to the line here for 2 free throw opportunities as the big man drew contact on his way up.
His third team second.
Alex Brown off the mark with that free throw opportunity. That one off the mark as well, but Alex Brown gets the rebound. Joe Bird, he'll pump fake. He gets a step up. He takes the three. Rebounded by Chuck Bloom. Second chance rebounded by Chuck as well. And he puts that one up and in. The crowd gets louder and louder for the Hoosier State Instigators. That one off the mark for Phoenix as Dylan Ware will get the ball in his hands. He drives up the paint. Alex Brown says, "You're too small. I'm too tall." And he puts that one up and in for the Hoosier State Instigators. Joe Bird in there with some hands. He tries to get the steal. That leads to the Clarksville Phoenix going behind the perimeter. They put up a three, and that one is up and in. As the Instigators look to answer back, that is Swish with the ball in his hands. He goes over to Dylan Ware. Dylan Ware goes to Chuck Bloom. Chuck to Joe Bird. Joe Bird for the three. Off the mark, but Alex Brown there for the rebound. Joe Bird drives up and in, and he'll get the layup for your Hoosier State Instigators. As Clarksville, they go right back for a shot of their own, and they get it. As they cash in on that 2-point opportunity, Dylan Ware finding AB right below the basket again, and a slam, one-hander by Alex Brown gives the Hoosier State Instigators a quick answer back off of that 2-pointer from the Phoenix. And that ball off the mark for the Phoenix will be a rebound by the big man himself again, Hollywood, Alex Brown. Alex Brown goes over to Dylan Ware, Dylan to Joe Bird, Joe Bird to the corner. Swish goes for the three, but off the mark. And the Phoenix have the ball right back as they go up the court. No good on that opportunity as Joe Bird comes down with the rebound. Joe goes up the court now with the ball in his hands. He finds this guy, Chuck Bloom, yet again. Chuck Bloom, he'll drive. Second chance by Dylan Ware, no good. Rebounded by the Clarksville Phoenix, and they are on a 1-on-2 opportunity here. And they will cash in despite the odds. Joe Bird. Ooh, through the leg, behind the back pass to LaJuan Whitney. LaJuan goes over to Swish to Dylan. And overall, that opportunity, that possession is a missed opportunity for the Instigators as the Clarksville Phoenix put up a long three. That one's off the mark. And that ball will be stolen off of a dish from Joe Bird. The Phoenix drive up the court, and a foul will be called on the Instigators, sending the Clarksville Phoenix to the line here. Score currently reading 55-51 with 4:04 remaining as the Clarksville Phoenix head to the line here for 2 free throw opportunities. That one will be a missed opportunity here as Chuck Bloom will be subbed out for Aubrey Patterson. Clarksville increases their lead now by 5 off of that free throw opportunity, making 1 out of 2 on that possession. As Dylan Ware, he'll have the ball in his hands. He goes over to Chance Fry, or to Aubrey, that is. A missed three by the Hoosier State Instigators again leads to an opportunity for the Clarksville to increase their lead. And they will do just that off of a short-range jumper as they get 2 points off of that possession. It is currently 58-51 here, 3:25 remaining in the second quarter. Aubrey Patterson with the ball in his hands finds Dylan Ware. Dylan finds Aubrey right down low. Aubrey forces his way to the basket, and he'll get that bucket, 58-53. Alex Brown comes down with the rebound, finds Aubrey Patterson, who finds Dylan Ware for an alley-oop dunk, 58-55, 54. And Dylan Ware, he finds a wide open. Ooh, as Alex Brown almost made an emphatic slam dunk opportunity, but that one will be off the mark as Clarksville now has the ball in their hands. They go up court. Well contested shot by Dylan Ware leads to a missed opportunity for the Phoenix. Alex Brown will get that ball to Joe Bird. Joe Bird for a three from deep off the mark, rebounded by Clarksville Phoenix. Aubrey Patterson there with the block. Phoenix looking to retain possession. They get the ball down low again, and they put up another jumper. That one cashes in for them. 2 points increases their lead, and that will be a timeout, a media timeout, that is, as we will be heading right back into the action after a quick message. We've got a close one here, folks, live again from the Clinton CRC.
Hey, there you are. My schedule says it starts at 2.
As we inch closer and closer to the halftime event hosted by your Hoosier State Instigators and the Apex Athletic Collective, the Dreammaker Contest. A 24-second opportunity for one lucky fan to win $10,000 just by hitting one free throw, one three-pointer, or one layup rather, one three-pointer, and a half-court shot within 24 seconds.
I appreciate it. Yeah.
And this one will be inbounded by the Hoosier State Instigators off of this media break as Aubrey Patterson gets the ball into Dylan Ware. Dylan Ware crosses the timeline, and he finds his guy, Jesse Sawyer. Jesse with the ball in his hands. He'll go right back over to Dylan Ware. Dylan, he goes down low. Joe Bird tries to find Jesse Sawyer, but that one off the mark, out of bounds. And the Phoenix have the possession right back in their hands with the lead here as they drive to the basket off the mark. But Alex Brown unable to corral that one as it travels out of bounds. And the Phoenix will have the ball right back underneath the basket here to inbound. Currently holding a respectable lead. They add on to it now with a three-pointer as the Phoenix make that shot. The Instigators head up the court. Aubrey Patterson off the mark. Rebounded down low by Jesse Sawyer, but he can't do nothing with that from the contested shot from down low. And a big three leads to some more points for the Clarksville Phoenix. As Dylan Ware now has the ball in his hands. Instigators currently down by 11. Held a 3-point lead here to start the second quarter. Dylan Ware going back to what's comfortable, finds Alex Brown down low. Big slam for the big man, 66-57 is the score here. As time ticks closer and closer to the end of this first half. Jesse Sawyer. Flashy pass, Joe Bird. Joe Bird, he'll cash in on it. Brings the Instigators back within 7 as the clock stops as that ball does travel a little bit farther than expected. Clock continues to roll now off the inbound. Under 5 seconds remaining. Whistle blown. And that will send the Clarksville Phoenix to the line with just under a second remaining here in the first half. Live from the Clinton CRC, where the Hoosier State Instigators have a very special halftime event in store for one lucky fan in these stands, as that one is a missed free throw. That will give Clarksville one more opportunity here to add 1 point to the board, to their lead, with just under a second remaining here in the first half, as that one will cash in. Tries to go up court. Try to get a last second opportunity there, but it will be to no avail. The Clarksville Phoenix currently holding a lead against the Hoosier State Instigators as we head into halftime here. Live again from the Clinton CRC. We will be right back after a quick media break as we get into the Dreammaker contest, the halftime event in store for your Hoosier State Instigators, currently down 67-59. We will be right back after a quick message as we get into the entertainment that we have on schedule for halftime here, live again from the Clinton CRC in Clinton, Indiana. As we have hit the halftime mark in this one here again, Clarksville Phoenix holding an 8-point lead against the Hoosier State Instigators as they are currently up 67-59 here. We are right in the mix for a very special event. One lucky fan in the stands will be drawn for an opportunity to win $10,000 from your Hoosier State Instigators. And there you have it, folks. We have one lucky fan chosen.
Layup, he's going to take a free throw, a three-pointer, and a half-court shot. If he makes all 24 seconds, like JoJo did last week, he's going to win $10,000. So make sure you cheer him on. Couple rules, Cody. Don't get a rebounders. You better run. If you miss.
Make some noise from home as well. As you see, we have one lucky fan from the stands getting the opportunity to win $10,000.
While we're here, I just want to thank Tom, one of our season ticket holders, for his support all year.
Yeah, we are really looking forward to this. It's going to be an amazing 24 seconds there for that one lucky fan. They'll have an opportunity here to walk away with that 10,000. They can make the layup, free throw, three-pointer, and half-court shot.
One to thank our season ticket holders, as well as the Gator Pit Engineering Company. Hey, listen, this is going to be our last home game, but we got 2 away games coming up to end the season. Make sure you go to the Gator Pit on Sundays and watch the game and get some drinks that are inspired by the teams. It's a good place to spend, 3 hours there last night.
The challenge.
We're really excited about them and all the other stuff that throughout the community. You said I got 30 G's. COD. Layup, free throw, three. You only get one shot at half court once you get back there. The rest of the shots is as many as you want, but one half court shot. Don't start till I say go, though. You can start wherever you want. No, start with the layup. Oh, you want to see which side of the court? All right. Okay. It's going to be the easiest 10 grand you ever made. Let me know when we're ready. Let's do it. 3, 2, 1, go. There's one.
And the clock starts. The fans good for 2 so far. They hit the free throw and the layup. They go for the 3. That one off the mark. They get the rebound. That one off as well.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
No, as the fan comes short. They do not win the $10,000 from the Hoosier State Instigators. However, we do want to give that man a round of applause simply just for making that free throw and that layup just to start off early. That was a very entertaining show from the fan. The one lucky fan in the stands that was drawn for the opportunity to win $10,000 from the Hoosier State Instigators. Unfortunately, for all parties involved, the fan was unable to be able to knock down that 3-point to get him to the half-court opportunity. However, this is something that throughout the rest of their existence, as this was a very exciting event for the Hoosier State Instigators and the fans and the community of Clinton, Indiana as well. We want to again say thank you to the community of Clinton, Indiana, the county of Vermilion County, Wabash Valley, and everyone watching this game live from wherever you are around the world, as this is the final home game of the inaugural season, at least in the regular season, that is, for your Hoosier State Instigators, who are currently down by a slim margin against the Clarksville Phoenix as they head back into halftime here with just about 4.5 minutes remaining. The score is currently 67-59. I do believe as the Hoosier State Instigators held the lead here in the first quarter, they gave that lead up here in the second quarter to bring us to this halfway mark. We will be right back. Or you know what? Let's keep this thing rolling. Jake, you around with me?
Yeah.
All right, perfect, man. So, man, that was entertaining to say the least. I'm pretty bummed. I wish that fan won that money, man. That would have been amazing. Oh man.
Yeah, no, it definitely had some momentum. He hit the first 2 shots. It was looking good. But a 3-point shot, that's really difficult. Honestly, if I was out on the court, I don't think I would hit a 3-point shot within 24 seconds myself.
I've had the opportunity, the blessing to be able to play a few shoot-arounds with our players throughout, pre-games and everything like that. Just the layup alone is amazing. I mean, because, I was having such an issue, man. So, oh man, I really, after he drained that layup and hit that free throw, I was starting to see visuals of JoJo Hart running down the court, and I thought that fan had an opportunity there to take home a very big check from the Instigators here at halftime, man. I guess, all that means is we have to run this event more and more until that does happen for us to get that feeling of saying, hey, and we finally know what it feels like to see a fan do it as well. We have just about 2.5 minutes remaining here. The Instigators currently down again by, I believe, 8. 8 points is the total. Um, it seems as if both sides are starting to take the court a little bit here as they've had their halftime adjustments, they've had their halftime entertainment. This is a very pivotal third quarter for the Instigators.
Yeah, we've seen the past few weeks, the second half has actually been one of the strong suits for the Instigators. I know earlier in the season, that third quarter was kind of the downfall in a few of the games,
Mhm.
but we've, especially in the fourth quarter, like the past week and the week prior, we've seen the
Mhm.
Instigators kind of rally back. I think one of the key factors here is going to be limiting the open 3-point opportunities for the Phoenix. In that second quarter, they hit quite a few 3-pointers to extend their lead.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It seemed as if that first quarter was a bit of a struggle for Clarksville to get their legs underneath them. However, like you said, in that second quarter, they were able to drain those threes that, unfortunately for the Instigators, started to increase their lead a bit throughout that stretch. So I think you're right on par with that one, Jake. I think the Instigators just have to do what they do best, which is come out in the second half, play with defensive intensity, and keep that ball, keep motion on offense. That has been working for the Instigators. However, those it comes down to, as you said, limiting the offensive opportunities for the Phoenix if the Instigators want to call back in this one early here in the third quarter, as we have got the signal that halftime is officially about to wrap. That means we are about to head back into action here for you folks at home and everywhere you are around the world. We want to again say thank you to all of our partners and sponsors: SDMC Indiana, Diamond House International, the Adventure Beer Company, Fan Controlled Sports and Entertainment, and especially all of our Patreon supporters watching again from wherever you are in the world. Currently, the score I do believe is 67-50 or 68-50 67-59. Sorry, as the Clarksville Phoenix will have the ball to inbound to start this second half. And that is about to be signaled. Correction, the Instigators now have the ball. And the Instigators will inbound this ball. Quick pace on offense as Dylan Ware drives to the basket and he gets a bucket. That one off the mark for Clarksville. Rebounded by Alex Brown. He goes to Dylan Ware again. Dylan drives up the court. He finds a guy down low. That is Mike Pugh for the Hoosier State Instigators, who he gets two here off of that layup opportunity. Alex Brown goes to the perimeter, puts his arms up. He contests the shot, and that one goes out of bounds on Clarksville Phoenix. The Instigators looking to make a quick run here to start the second half. And they'll do so by driving the ball up the paint with Dylan Ware. He goes to Mike Pugh. Mike Pugh misses that opportunity. Rebound and save by Chuck Bloom, but stolen by the Phoenix, who do nothing with that opportunity as well as that travels out of bounds. A quick inbound for the Instigators. Down low for Alex Brown with the slam.
That shot off the mark for the Phoenix. Rebound not able to be corralled in by the Instigators down low. Phoenix will retain possession as they inbounds here. They put a shot up. That's off the mark. But they get the second chance and put that up for a layup.
A bit reminiscent of that first quarter where the Clarksville Phoenix started off a bit slow. The Instigators doing just the opposite. As they go down low, they get fouled. Alex Brown, that is, as he gets fouled on the way up, he'll head to the line here for two free throw opportunities as well. Alex Brown. He'll make that free throw opportunity as the crowd makes some noise. Currently a 1-point game here. Clarksville up by 1, 69-68. Clarksville, they have the ball in their half. They go for a three. Off the mark. Rebounded by Dylan Ware. The Instigators go up for an opportunity there, but no foul called. That ball off the mark as well. Rebounded by Mike Pugh. He finds Chuck Bloom. Chuck Bloom goes to AB down low. AB puts the floater up and in, and that takes the lead back for the Instigators. Here in the third quarter, live again from the home venue of your Hoosier State Instigators, the Clinton CRC in Clinton, Indiana. This being the final home game of the Hoosier State Instigators' inaugural regular season in the American Basketball Association. They look to end this one out emphatically as Alex Brown goes up for a slam on cue. And that will increase the lead for the Hoosier State Instigators here against the Clarksville Phoenix. Great drive by the Phoenix down low, and they will get the basket off of that one. But a slow start so far for the Phoenix has led to the Hoosier State Instigators regaining this lead, however that is, as that ball will travel out of bounds on the Phoenix. That will be inbounded now by the Hoosier State Instigators. That will be Chuck Bloom, who is in charge of the inbound. He finds this guy, Alex Brown. Alex Brown, not one to shy away from a three if you'll give it to him, but he thinks twice about it, and he dishes that one over to Dylan Ware. Dylan goes out behind the perimeter, off the mark with that shot from the Instigators, but rebounded and contact on that way up. But no foul called. That ball will go out of bounds. The Instigators have possession. Another three for the Instigators leads to a off the mark shot. Rebounded by Chuck Bloom, who drew a lot of contact right there, and he will be called. There will be a foul call for that as Chuck Bloom heads to the line here for two. For your Hoosier State Instigators.
His second, team second, going to the line for two shots, Bloom.
That one's up and in. And count them both as Chuck Bloom shows exactly why he is one of the most consistent players in the American Basketball Association. However, a quick transition for the Clarksville Phoenix gets an answer back as they get two points off of that one. And JoJo Hart checks into the game. Layup for the Instigators leads to another 2-pointer. Two-pointer, that is, for the Instigators. And a foul will be called on that opportunity, sending the Clarksville Phoenix to the line for two free throws here. That one will count up and in. Phoenix, they get 1 out of 1 on this free throw opportunity as they head for their second. Make it 2 out of 2 there as they cash in on both opportunities. Dylan dishes it out to Chuck Bloom. Chuck Bloom to JoJo Hart. Hart to AB. AB fouled on the way up. The crowd gets loud as they know that sends Alex Brown to the line for two for your Hoosier State Instigators. AD off the mark on that free throw opportunity. He'll be off the mark 0-2 for that free throw possession. Clarksville looks to get a quick three. Rebounded by the Instigators. That is Mike Pugh who gives the ball to Chuck Bloom. Chuck Bloom finds Alex Brown, who slams it down for the Instigators. Clarksville, they lose the handle on that one. A whistle is called. And that will send the Phoenix over to the sideline for an inbound here. Again, for those watching at home, this game alone holds a lot of playoff implications at stake for either franchise. However, your Hoosier State Instigators, currently holding the lead, look to advance to 6-8 as they face off against another divisional opponent in the Louisville Pros next week. And that ball is stolen by JoJo Hart. He gets that ball to Mike Pugh. Mike Pugh gets the down low to Alex Brown. He gets fouled on the way up, and that will send him to the line for an and one opportunity here. The score currently 78-75, just under 7 minutes remaining in the third quarter. And Alex Brown heads to the line here for seemingly what should be an and one opportunity. Off the mark on that one, the Phoenix do come down with it. The score now reads 80-75, however, as there was a correction. And that ball is off the mark for the Clarksville Phoenix, rebounded by the Instigators, who go off the court. Roll wide open, Dylan Ware, as he slams it down for the Instigators. That one off the mark as well. Chuck Bloom comes down with it. Last week's player of the game, voted on by you, the fans. Dylan Ware, right back under the basket. He'll put up a bucket again. As the crowd gets loud supporting their home squad, the Hoosier State Instigators. The Phoenix, they go for a three, and they will cash in on that one. JoJo Hart, currently the only man in Hoosier State Instigators to complete the Dreammaker contest. Alex Brown down low with that layup opportunity, but that's off the mark. Rebounded by the Phoenix. The Phoenix go up the court. They miss that shot, and that one's rebounded by Alex Brown. And he finds this guy, JoJo Hart. JoJo goes down low to Alex Brown. Alex collects it. He puts it up and in. And it seems as if in this third quarter, down low under the basket has been working like perfection for the Hoosier State Instigators. On both sides, however, that one will go up and in. And that one will be out of bounds on the Hoosier State Instigators. No foul called, no contact seen or signaled by the official. Signaling now the ball will be in the hands of the Clarksville Phoenix for this possession. Phoenix, they get around the screen. They get to the corner. That three is off the mark. Rebounded by Chuck Bloom. Chuck Bloom to Dylan Ware, who almost slams it through. A bit of a mix-up in between as the Clarksville Phoenix do come down with the ball. They go up the court. They miss that opportunity. And right back up the court, the Instigators go with the ball in their hands. JoJo Hart with the three. Makes it 89-80 for the Hoosier State Instigators here. Again in the third quarter, live from the Clinton CRC. 4:25 remaining here in the third quarter. Another three for the Clarksville Phoenix leads to a missed opportunity. A rebound by Alex Brown goes to JoJo Hart. JoJo down low, but off the hand of a Clarksville player. As the Phoenix send that one out of bounds, the Instigators retain possession here, and they will inbound the ball from the sidelines. That is Chuck Bloom, who finds his guy JoJo Hart. Screen set, but JoJo for the three off the mark. Clarksville looks to drag their way back into this one. They will get a jumper up and in, make it 89-82 with just about 4 minutes remaining in the third. Mike Pugh, he got the ball in his hands. He takes the three. He collects it. He gets the three. Good for the Hoosier State Instigators. Makes it 92. And the Phoenix drive up into the paint. They get that to their guy. Wide open three. Number 31 off the mark. Too hot on that one. As it just catches the rim, it goes into the hands of the Instigators player. And the Instigators right back down low. JoJo almost gets that ball stolen, but he retains possession as he saves that one from going out of bounds. He gets to Mike Pugh, but that ball will be out of bounds, signaled on the Clarksville Phoenix, as Mike Pugh will now inbound the ball for the Hoosier State Instigators. However, before any of that happens, there is a media timeout called on the court, which signals that we, as your play-by-play commentators, will be right back after a quick message live here from the Clinton CRC in Clinton, Indiana. As the Hoosier State Instigators, you see on the screen there, hold a 10-point lead now against the Clarksville Phoenix with 3:19 remaining in the third quarter. Here, live again from the official home venue of your Hoosier State Instigators, the Clinton CRC in Clinton, Indiana. This is the final home game of the Hoosier State Instigators' inaugural season, the regular season, that is, in the American Basketball Association, as they look to close this one out with a big victory against a divisional opponent. With playoff seeding implications on the line, Chuck Bloom drives up and in, and he increases the lead for the Hoosier State Instigators. With that bucket there, as the Clarksville Phoenix drive up, they try to get a layup. They do not get it, but they get the second chance. They get a whistle, and that will send the Clarksville Phoenix to the line for an and one opportunity here late into the third quarter. And no good. Alex Brown with another big rebound. And that ball ultimately stolen by the Clarksville Phoenix as Chuck Bloom tried to keep it in bounds. That leads to a three-pointer for the Clarksville Phoenix. However, off the mark for that one. Score remains 94-84 on the scoreboard. Dylan Ware tries to get it to AB down low. It's stolen by the Clarksville Phoenix. Clarksville off the mark with that jumper. JoJo Hart all the way up court to Alex Brown, who gets another big slam dunk for the Instigators. And a whistle call signals a timeout on the floor. That means we will be right back again after another quick message from our partners and sponsors. Hoosier State up big here in the third quarter. going through the comments on the live YouTube chat. I see Stevie in the chat. Another key factor to the Hoosier State Instigators in their inaugural season. We cannot say thank you again enough to all of the players who have joined the roster throughout this inaugural season. But especially, let's take a quick moment just to say shout out to Stevie for shouting me out in the chat as we get right back into action here. Ooh, a slip on the court. But the inbound is successful for the Clarksville Phoenix as they will get past the timeline here. They go up the court with the ball in their hands. Guarded by LaJuan Whitney. Alex Brown looking like a giant amongst men there. Causes another slip up on the court for the Clarksville Phoenix. A wide open three. JoJo Hart with the bucket. And Clarksville trying to gather themselves here. They'll slow their pace just a little bit. They try to get a three, and that one is up and in. As the score now reads 99-92 here, 1:30 remaining in the third quarter. Dylan Ware with the ball. He finds Alex Brown down low. Alex, no good on that one, and that will travel out of bounds. On the Clarksville Phoenix, as the Instigators keep possession here, just under 1:30 remaining in the third quarter. They hold a slim lead here as they look to increase it. JoJo. He'll drive up into the paint. No foul called on that one, and the Phoenix come down with the rebound. Clarksville heads up the court, and that ball sails out of bounds. Miscommunication by the Phoenix players leads to a possession now for the Hoosier State Instigators as Dylan Ware drives up the court. He finds Chuck Bloom wide open. Wide open three off the mark for the Instigators as Clarksville Phoenix head up the court. Now they go for a three of their own. That one is up and in. As time winds down here in the third quarter. Dylan Ware slows the pace down here. Just under a minute remaining. Chuck Bloom under the basket. Foul called on Clarksville. .8 remaining here. With Hoosier State up in the third quarter. Live again from the Clinton CRC, the official home venue of your Hoosier State Instigators. As Aubrey Patterson will now be checking in for the big man himself, Alex Brown. LaJuan Whitney, he signals he's looking for some ISO. He gets mid-range, he gets up, and that ball is off the mark, though, as that will be rebounded by the Clarksville Phoenix. They head up the court looking to try to cut down on this lead by the Instigators. That's a three. That's off the mark, rebounded by Chuck Bloom. Score remains the same as Aubrey Patterson drives up and in, but that one's no good as well. The Instigators sticking to the man like glue as the Phoenix look to try to get one possession out of this quarter. A whistle blown signals a foul. I do believe on the Hoosier State Instigators. Yes, as Clarksville heads to the line here for two. I do believe the score is 99-95 here, leading up to these two free throw opportunities as the Hoosier State Instigators hold a slim lead again here in the third quarter. As they've taken the lead back, though, from the Clarksville Phoenix heading into this second half. As that one is up and in. Count them both as both free throw opportunities go in for the Clarksville Phoenix and a foul called. No foul called, rather, as the score reads now 99-97. The Hoosier State Instigators take the lead right back from the Clarksville Phoenix. Cannot get above that 100 mark in the third quarter. However, they do hold a slim lead now against their divisional opponent in the Clarksville Phoenix here with just 1 quarter remaining in regulation. Live again from the Clinton CRC. We will be right back with your play-by-play as soon as we're able to get right back into the action after a quick media message. The Instigators making an entertaining one here throughout. As unfortunately, as you've seen in the halftime event, the one lucky fan drawn from the stands was unable to secure a $10,000 check from the team. However, they gained the lead right back in the third quarter, the Hoosier State Instigators, that is, and they looked to close this one out here against the Clarksville Phoenix, but the Phoenix had the ball to start the fourth quarter. As they go down low, that shot way too hot off the backboard, rebounded by the Instigators. One, he takes a step back. He gets it to Chuck Bloom, who drives in down low underneath the basket, and he gets the layup up and in for the Instigators. And that ball is good for the Clarksville Phoenix. As they do count that one for a three-pointer, it is a 1-point game now. The tie-up on court leads to a three for the Clarksville Phoenix. Another second chance opportunity, no good, but that third one good. Leads to the Clarksville Phoenix taking the lead from the Instigators, and that ball now traveling out of bounds on the Instigators. It will give the Phoenix another quick chance to increase their lead. Off the mark, rebounded by Alex Brown. Alex heads up the court. I've never seen a big man run like that as he drives up and in, but a travel will be called on the Instigators as that gives the ball right back to the Clarksville Phoenix. Wide open three for number 23. Off the mark for the Phoenix. Rebound goes to the Instigators as they look to get this lead back here. JoJo with the pass to AB. AB finds JoJo in transition. JoJo to the lane, up and in with that layup. Alex Brown showing why he's the leader in the ABA for blocks. However, that ball right back into the hands of the Phoenix, and they make something out of that second chance. As they get the bucket up, they take the lead right back. And a big three for the Hoosier State Instigators. That will take the lead to two as the one gets the steal and a foul called. Foul being called on Clarksville as the Instigators will have the ball now to inbound here. Off the reset. Chuck Bloom to JoJo Hart. JoJo drives into the paint. Out of bounds, that ball goes on the Clarksville Phoenix again, as that will now be JoJo to inbound the ball for the Instigators. A lot of contact down low. A lot of contact down low for the Clarksville Phoenix. As another foul called before the inbound. Chuck Bloom now will have the ball to inbound the ball for the Instigators. And that will be done as Lawan goes for a three. And that's the man you don't want open in that chance as his name switch again for a reason. He puts that three up and in for the Instigators. That ball travels off the mark, but a whistle called will send the Clarksville Phoenix to the line for free throw opportunities here. Good on that one. off the mark on that one, but he gets a third opportunity with that foul being behind the perimeter. Two out of three for Clarksville Phoenix. That will cut into the lead for the Instigators, but they get the ball right back. JoJo Hart with another big three. As this is a 6-point game, we have just under 9 minutes remaining in regulation. Clarksville, they drive up into the paint, off the mark. Rebounded by Mike Pugh, but he loses the handle. Clarksville right back with that ball in their hands as AB now comes down with it. He goes to JoJo Hart. And that ball travels out of bounds. And the Phoenix will have possession now here. Three-point play for the Phoenix. LaJuan Whitney off the mark with that three. Stolen by Mike Pugh, but stolen by JoJo Hart. That is now as the Phoenix did regain possession. JoJo right back with the steal, puts that one up and in for the Instigators. Smothering defense for the Instigators, keeps the ball in their hands off of that rebound. JoJo off the mark with that three, rebounded by the Phoenix. And that ball sails out of bounds as the Phoenix will be able to inbound the ball from underneath the basket. Or no, rather, they will be inbounding from the sideline. And I do believe a timeout is called, which signals we will be right back again with your play-by-play after a quick message. Clarksville off the mark, rebounded by the Instigators. Foul called on the Phoenix as both players get tangled up a bit in transition there. That will be Joe Bird for your Hoosier State Instigators, the very first Hoosier State Instigator signed to the franchise. Joe Bird, that is. Number 11 for your Hoosier State Instigators. Everybody on hand works to clean up the stuff up the floor. But a whistle called yet again. Gives the ball to the Clarksville Phoenix as the Phoenix now go up the court with the ball. Screen set. Off the mark, but rebounded by the Phoenix, who get the ball down low, and they get fouled on the way up. They'll head to the line here for two. And Clarksville makes their first of two on that free throw opportunity. Dylan Ware checks in for Chuck Bloom for your Instigators. As we see Joe Bird, JoJo Hart, Dylan Ware, and Alex Brown out there alongside of Joe Bird. And Dylan Ware slamming it down for the Hoosier State Instigators as he increases their lead. That three will draw the lead right back down to a 2-point game. 117-115 here, 6:45 remaining in the fourth quarter. Joe Bird to JoJo Hart. Fouled on the way up. He will get an and one opportunity as that one goes up and in. And JoJo at the line cashes in on that one as well. Off the mark on that three. That ball will sail out of bounds. That will be out on the Instigators. Clarksville now has the ball. They will inbound behind the perimeter. As they look to drive into, they dish it out. Rebounded. AB just has to stand there for that one. As he gets the ball to LaJuan Whitney. LaJuan over to Joe Bird. Joe Bird up and in with that bucket. And Alex Brown with another rebound here. And JoJo, no foul called on that one. JoJo loses the handles. Clarksville goes up. They miss the layup. That ball goes to Dylan Ware, who comes down with the rebound. Dylan to JoJo. JoJo to AB. AB to the basket for the dunk and one. As he will head to the line. Here, 5:39 remaining in the fourth quarter. Live again from the official home venue of your Hoosier State Instigators, the Clinton CRC in Clinton, Indiana. Six-point game here as the Instigators have the ball. But the Phoenix take the possession. They go up the court and they make the bucket. Crowd gets loud as Dylan Ware heads to the line.
Foul number 3. That's his sixth. That's his third, team sixth.
Looks like another foul is called for the Phoenix. The Instigators are going to the line here. That one is up and good. And that one is as well. Phoenix passed the ball in here. A 9-point game here in the fourth quarter. They look to get themselves on the board with a 3-pointer, but that's blocked by the Instigators. They drive down court here. JoJo sets up for a mid-range, and that's good.
Money from our guy JoJo today, Jake.
A deep 3 off the mark there for the Phoenix.
Delaware with the missed opportunity. Second chance, no good. Third chance, no good. Fourth chance, no good. As Clarksville keeps possession, they go for a 3. Rebounded ultimately by Alex Brown. JoJo Hart with another big 3. As the Instigators close out on this one here, they make a big 3 from their guy JoJo Hart. As that sends us to our final media timeout of regulation. The Instigators holding a lead against the Clarksville Phoenix. I am Jay alongside of my guy Jake Schoen. We will be right back after a quick message with your play-by-play here live from the Clinton CRC. A close one here. Not so much so more as the Hoosier State Instigators hold a 14-point lead with just under 4 minutes remaining in regulation. Score currently reading 134 to 120. Hoosier State again up by 14. And Clarksville will have the ball to inbound off of this media break. And they will do just that as they travel up with the ball and they get past the timeline. But that ball is missed as well. Rebounded by JoJo Hart. JoJo goes to Dylan Ware. Dylan back to JoJo. JoJo finds Jesse Sawyer. Jesse just off the mark with that shot. Rebounded by the Phoenix. Phoenix sensing a sense of urgency here as the time winds down in regulation. They put that bucket up. That is good, but Jesse Sawyer driving back gets the 2 right back for the Instigators. Score currently reading 136-122 as time ticks down here in the fourth quarter. That ball off the mark, rebounded by Chuck Bloom. Chuck heads up the court. He'll find JoJo. He sets the screen. JoJo gets around the screen. Goes right back to Chuck Bloom. Chuck to the corner. Joe Bird with the 3.
Bird for 3.
Chuck Bloom right on his guy. No charging call. They will count the basket for the Clarksville Phoenix. 120, 139, 124, 212 remaining here in the fourth quarter. As the Instigators look to close this one out, they get that ball to JoJo Hart. JoJo right back to Joe Bird. Joe Bird takes the three. He makes the three. Or two, rather, as it is 141, 124 here, 157 remaining in the fourth quarter. That ball missed by the Clarksville Phoenix, rebounded by Jesse Sawyer, dished out to JoJo Hart, who puts that ball up and off the mark, but a second chance by Dylan Ware puts that one up and in. 143, 124, 130 remaining in the fourth quarter. Long three, catches nothing but oxygen for the Clarksville Phoenixes. That one sails out of bounds. And a few check-ins being made as Alex Brown will now inbound the ball. And Dylan Ware still has the ball. Timeout called, or whistle blown, rather. Dylan Ware. Chance Fry. Chance Fry with the three. Clarksville, quick three of their own. Off the mark. Rebounded by the Phoenix. Clarksville for another three. Rebounded this time by JoJo Hart for the Instigators. Under a minute remaining here. The Instigators holding a 22-point lead against the Phoenixes. That one trails out of bounds. 58.1 to be exact remaining here in regulation as the Instigators will have the ball to inbound. Again, currently holding a 22-point lead. They get the ball out. That ball drove into the lane, but off the mark for the Instigators. A three for the Phoenix. As time ticks down, Alex Brown now with the ball in his hands. He gets it to JoJo Hart. JoJo. Back to Alex Brown. Alex gathers, goes up, slams it up and in. And a whistle called as that will, I believe, be on the Instigators. As, again, time ticks down here in regulation. Just under 30 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. Hoosier State holding a huge lead against the Clarksville Phoenix. That ball off the top of the backboard, but no out of bounds called. It won't matter. It's Dylan Ware goes up for the Instigators and slams that one in for two. And time continues to tick. And that will signal the end of this one here live from the Clinton CRC. The final home game of your Hoosier State Instigators in their inaugural season in the American Basketball Association comes out with a win, 150 to 127. Hoosier State beating the Clarksville Phoenix, a divisional opponent with massive playoff implications on the line. This one couldn't feel any better on a fan side, on the ownership side, or for those that fought their heart out to get this win. Every single player involved throughout the inaugural season. We have two more games left. It isn't over by far yet. However, with playoffs in mind, this was a massive, massive win for your Hoosier State Instigators, who close out this victory and close out their inaugural season, their home games, their home stretch rather, in their inaugural season with a major win against a divisional opponent in the Clarksville Phoenix. I'm Jay. I have been alongside of my guy Jake Schoen with the play-by-play, calling everything remote commentary from the sideline of our own homes as we join alongside of all of our fans on Patreon watching from wherever you are around the world. We want to say thank you again for all of the support that you brought throughout this inaugural season. And we can't wait to see you again here live on Patreon next week as we face off against another divisional opponent in the Louisville Pros as we look to even out that all-time series and come out victorious against the Pros next week. Again, we will be live streaming directly, exclusively from our Patreon. You can become a supporter today by visiting www.patreon.com/Apex Athletic Collective. Become a subscriber for as little as $1 a month, and you can watch exclusive content such as live game broadcast, the official podcast of your Hoosier State Instigators, Instigate Success, building an ABA franchise, and so much more. We want to again say thank you to all of our sponsors and partners, SDNC Indiana, Diamond House International, the Adventure Bear Company, Fan Control Sports and Entertainment, and as importantly, again, to all of those watching live from Patreon. This is the 14th game of the Hoosier State Instigators inaugural season as they currently hold a 6-8 record now with this victory. They close this one out here again against the Clarksville Phoenix. 150-127 is your final score. And until next time, be great, instigate.